Alright, welcome back everybody to YouTube channel BTCTV, and we continue to do videos about different news worldwide in blockchain industry. Today I'm happy to present you co-organizer of Malta Blockchain Summit, which is going to be happen at the end of May. And Dennis, thanks for coming to us, for staying. How are you doing?
Thanks for inviting me. We're doing quite well, I would say. How are you?
Thanks. I'm also doing good. We're also busy with visiting many conferences around the world. And actually, I really, all the time, I remember the previous session of Malta Blockchain Summit, which happened last year in November. And it was, in my opinion, was the best conference in Europe so far. So tell us, what is going to be this year? What is going to be at the end of May? Are you going to have the same level? What do you think?
Yeah, there's this spring edition of the Malta AI and Blockchain Summit, where we have branched out to include AI as well this year, as well as quantum technology, big data, and IoT. So we're becoming a bit more inclusive as to the sectors that we include into the summit. And this is in order to find synergies between these sectors that can be very interesting to and businesses to explore. And this show, it's not as large as the expo we had in November. It's more focused on specialized workshops and an expo floor for a more exclusive global crowd. So we're aiming at 5,000 delegates and about 300 exhibitors, 700 investors, and we also invited 100 startups to claim a free booth at the event. So last year we had this thing called the Startup Village. Basically we were handing out free booths, tickets to a number of startups. We had to vet them properly though, so that there was obviously the best startups among the applicants who got the booth. And we received about 250 applications, and we could only accept 40 of them. So this year we have increased it to 100 so that we can accommodate more startups, because that's, it's for startups it's very valuable to attend an event like this, and for investors it's very valuable to have startups attending. So there's usually a mismatch here because startups don't always have the funds to. So that's what we're trying to facilitate here. And we also have a quite stellar lineup of speakers. We have managed to get Roger Ver. We also have Ben Parr, which is a very known name in the AI space. He's the co-founder of and president of Octane AI, and he has written one of the best-selling books on marketing. Basically, it's Captivology. I don't know if you've heard about it. We also have Tim Draper. We have Patrick Shang from Samsung Next, and Tony Weiss. I'm sure you know him very well as well.
Yep. Yeah, actually, I actually wanted to ask the other question regarding speakers, because I see that this year you are trying to bring really very high top people from blockchain industry and from AI industry as well, and I'm really cannot wait to come and see and meet them and make interviews with them as well. Tell us regarding what is the current situation at Malta, because as I remember, Malta government really support a lot movement for blockchain with law regulations and so on. Approximately 6 months is passed by. How is the situation right now?
Well, at the moment, the companies on the islands who are operating like crypto exchanges and so on, they're operating under the transitory period of the Maltese regulatory framework. And that means you have to abide by the current regulations throughout the year, and before November 1st, 2019, you must have submitted an application for a license. And if you haven't, then you have to stop operations on the 1st of November. but currently the authority haven't opened up for the applications. So basically, a number of companies are operating during the transitory, as part of the transitory period. And now I've heard that, I don't know if I can say how many applicants there are, but it's a two-digit number of exchanges that are going to apply for licenses to become regulated here. And one of the prominent ones, for instance, with a lot of local substance is ZBX, and then you have obviously the large giant Binance is here as well. So there is a couple of exchanges that have set up office on the island and who basically are in application mode now. And the reason why this has been why no licenses have been issued so far is because, according to the VFA Act, you need to have like a law firm that is authorized by the authority to represent you while filing the application. And there has been a long process to authorize the law firms first before they can start submitting applications for the operators. But now the law firms have been authorized. That was done, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago. There was, I believe it's 5 so-called VFA agents have been authorized, and they can now start processing the applications.
I see. Thanks for update. Now let's go back to your blockchain summit. I also mentioned that this year you change also venue place that is going to be at Hilton Hotel, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Excellent. Is it like why you decided to change it, or just simply you think this is going to be a better place for such conference there?
Hilton is a very, very nice venue to have events in general. I wouldn't actually be able to comment on why we chose the Hilton because I don't know it myself, but I think it was a very good choice though, because I don't know if you've been there during your past visits to Malta. It's at Porta Massa Tower, so it's right by the sea. It's a very nice venue to host expos and conferences alike.
I actually like your choice because last year I saw that place, and I think it is more like closed, protected one, private one with more space inside. So yeah. I also believe that Hilton is, in my opinion, is better one. So actually, yeah, really very happy to see what you are doing. That so many delegates already registered. That so big names are coming like speakers to your event. And I just want to remind you that Malta Blockchain Summit is going to be between 23rd and 24th of May, right? Correct?
Yeah, but we do advise delegates to block their calendars between 22nd and 25th, because on the 22nd we have you know, one of these welcoming drinks and dinners. Delegates to arrive early, and on the 25th we have off stake pool party. The Danish event. We had one of those pool parties last year as an eye gathering, basically around the same time, and it was really nice with an infinity pool on top of one of the hotels.
Nice, excellent. All right, Daniel, thanks a lot for coming, and as usual we would like to ask to make a small challenge with our subscribers that they will be able to ask interesting questions below this video, and how about that the winner of the best question will win a ticket to Malta Blockchain Summit Spring Edition. Yeah,
and we also have, if are watching, we still have room actually for the startup pitch, and the application closes now in the beginning of May to apply if you want to partake in the startup pitch and be put in front of the investors. We also have a ticket price increase scheduled for the 30th of April. So if you're gonna book your tickets soon, you should do it before the 30th of April, because then prices are going to increase. Running up to a big show like this, logistics are getting more and more complicated the closer to the event you get. So I advise everyone to book their ticket before the 30th.
So yes, I remember last time also that all airplanes flights was booked and hotels around your event. That is why I also encourage everybody to book your visit to Malta way before, because when you will be coming sooner to the starting date, you will not be able to find tickets. You need to overpay, and as Dennis said, that right now the price is still at low level. And if you have a startup and you want to participate in startup pitching competition, you can still apply. We will provide that link below this video, that where you can participate and for ICO pitch competition. Correct?
Yeah. Well, and I must emphasize, despite the bear market we've had this year, we've had a really good traction. So it's good to see that many of the cryptos are still kicking, and it's a very strong community that have been created around the Malta AI and the Blockchain Summit. So we're very happy to host you for this spring edition of our summit.
I totally agree with you that you made last year in worst possible condition of the market, so I believe that this edition will be also at a high level. And again, don't forget to start asking interesting questions below this video, because you will be able to also win a free ticket from organizers of Malta Blockchain Summit. Thanks, Dennis, one more time. Definitely I'm going to visit you and meet you personally, and wishing you good luck with your conference, that everybody will come who promised to come, and all tickets will be sold.